Now, let's find out some information about these legislators. The first thing you're going to do is go ahead and click on their name. Now, I chose to focus on Representative Jake Fye. This is going to tell you a variety of things. One, you get a lovely picture, so if you see them on the street, you can wave hello and say, "Hi, you're my legislator." You also find out, again, what district they live in. You have their website, and then here's your really important information. You can find out how to contact your legislator. There's a button that you can click that will send you to a form that will allow you to email your legislator directly. You also get where their office is, their phone number, and then who their legislative assistant is, as well as what committees your legislator is on. This is where they do a lot of their focused work, is in this committee. So you can see that Representative Fye is on both transportation committees as well as the Environment and Energy Committee. Also, you can see how your legislator voted on all of the...
Here, there are some seats, so it's a standing room only crowd, which we appreciate, but there are some seats, so by all means, please grab them. I'm Bob Ferguson. I'm your governor. It's a real honor to be here. And a couple things real quick. First is obviously being in the great city of Yakima. I know we have a number of city leaders here, but we're especially grateful that we have the mayor joining us today. So I thought we'd give a round of applause to the mayor, Mayor Brown. Ask if you would say a few words of welcome to everybody here. Round of applause to the mayor.
Well, some of you I know, some of you I don't know, but welcome to Yakima. It's sunny here. I know some have come from the west side of the state, and it's just pouring rain. Yeah. But it's not over here. This is God's country. So welcome to Yakima, and hope you enjoy your stay and get to watch the bill signings today. So thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it. And also, of course, we're at the home of Pacific Northwest University, and we're joined by our president, President Middleman, who's right in front of me somewhere. There he is. Please stand and be recognized, everybody, for his service to... So I had the real pleasure, along with Senator King and maybe some others here today, earlier today, this morning, there was the inauguration of the president at the university. And, you know, I obviously knew about the university beforehand, but I was telling the president, you know, I had the chance in preparing a few remarks to do a deeper dive and, you know, just learned so much. Obviously, the mission is so impressive of having a focus on service of folks who graduate in rural parts of our state in the Northwest and areas that are underserved in terms of medical professionals. And so this university literally ranks in the top 10 in both those categories of graduates going to those communities to serve, which is really, you know, a mission I think everybody in this room can agree is really, really needed. So it really was an honor to be there. But another round of applause for the president, the great team here at the university. And this is, before I start the wonderful process of signing, I think we have 10 bills today. We did this last year in Tri-Cities, and it just seemed to be a wonderful, a wonderful event, a chance for the community to come together. Most bill signings, for those who have not been to a bill signing, the legislature literally passes hundreds of bills in a legislative session, and so my team does a lot of work reviewing those to prepare them for signature. The governor has a certain amount of time after the session ends to make a decision on the bills. And so last year I think we had about 10 bills, just like we do this year, and we did in the Tri-Cities, which was a chance for folks who, it's hard to get to Olympia for a bill signing for all sorts of obvious reasons. I figure it's a little bit easier for me to get on an airplane and come to you than the other way around. So I just so appreciate everybody who's taken time, who's connected to legislation, obviously the sponsors, but many others who help make these laws become a reality. One thing you'll hear me say a lot is every legislator certainly agrees with this, is that getting any law to this point takes a village. You know, there's a lot of individuals who are writing emails, who are testifying before committees, who are calling their legislators, or who have the idea for the legislation. Often bills, literally the idea comes from a individual who meets with the legislator and shares a concern, and that gets translated into legislation. So we thought we'd come back and do this again, which now means I think it's a tradition that every year we'll be doing this. So I'm looking forward to it. So I think what we're going to do is, so just the way this works is we do one bill at a time. We'll bring the bill up here. We encourage anyone, I'll read out what the bill is. If you're connecting anyway, come join for this. It's like the more the merrier. It's not just me standing here. The sponsors will be here. I think some legislators might have kids with them. Kids are more than welcome. My team knows that, love kids. If you're involved in legislation at all and want to be a part of the photograph, by all means, don't be shy about coming up for each bill, and we welcome that. So I think we'll go ahead and get started. Is that right? Okay, what do we got first? Okay, so our first bill is House Bill 2348. The prime sponsor of this bill is State Representative Tom Dent, who we know well. So Representative Dent's going to join me, and anyone else who was involved in this bill, feel free to join me and Representative Dent if you would like. Absolutely, come on up. And feel free to balance out over here if that works. Perfect. All set? Okay.
You come up here.
They're hesitating, Tom. Why is that? Why are they're thinking about it? There we go. Okay. The Department of Natural Resources conducts sales of land and timber and other resources that provide important funds for schools, correctional facilities, and county services. House Bill 2348, which was also requested by the Department of Natural Resources, allows the department to advertise those sales on its website and removes the requirement for wasteful printing of pamphlets. This modernized process gets information out more efficiently, which is something we all appreciate. We appreciate everybody who's worked so hard in this legislation. A special thank you, of course, to the prime sponsor, that is Representative Tom Dent, and the companion sponsor, State Senator Sharon Shoemake. Please thank Representative Dent for his hard work as I sign this legislation into law. And we're going to take a photo. I think we've got our official photographer, so let's look right there. Awesome. Thanks so much. And don't go anywhere, sir, because I think I'm doing yours next, right?
Okay.
Okay. Let me hand that to you. Thanks.
Aviation insurance bill. Yeah.
Oh, this one's great. Yeah, this one's great.
Okay. Yeah, you called this one out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So our next bill,
We have any fire people here?
yep, is House Bill 2104. This is the Aviation Assurance Funding. And this legislation is a really wonderful piece of legislation I'm looking forward to signing. Aerial response is vital to fighting wildfires, which, as we all know, is a growing concern in Washington State, especially in this part of the state. House Bill 2104 makes the Aviation Assurance Funding Program permanent. This allows the Department of Natural Resources to continue to use wildfire suppression funding to assist local governments and tribal fire departments with early aerial response. Fire chiefs call this program the single most successful wildfire suppression tool they have seen in decades of experience. The representative was mentioning that I have a State of the State address the governor gives at the beginning of the legislative session, and in each of my of those addresses, I look through bills that are being proposed by legislators of both political parties, and I'd like to pick out 4 or 5 or 6 that I'm excited about in particular and highlight in my State of the State and encourage our friends legislature to adopt them. This is one of those bills I highlight in my State of the State, and just have a deep appreciation for all those who really address this big challenge all across our state. The bottom line is that this bill prevents small fires from becoming large scale. It'll save lives, save property, and our natural resources. We so appreciate the hard work of everybody who's worked in this legislation. But once again, for State Representative Tom Dent, give him a big round of applause for his leadership. Yeah, great job. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And we got to take one quick photo. Don't go too far away. Almost got away. All right, here we go. Let's hold this one up. Yeah. Thanks so much. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
You bet. Thanks, Jim. The next bill is a Representative April Connor's bill. This is House Bill 2452, Rent Increase Notice Service. Thanks, Representative.
Housing people.
That's right. The housing folks, right? Okay. Residential tenants deserve clear and timely communication regarding rent increases so they can review their options and plan for next steps. House Bill 2452 clarifies how rent increases under the Manufactured Mobile Home Landlord Tenant Act can be delivered. For example, if the tenant is not home, the notice must be posted in an obvious place and mailed to the tenant. This bill streamlines the process and provides more options. We again appreciate the hard work of everybody involved in this legislation, especially the leadership of State Representative April Connors. For her leadership, please give her a round of applause as we sign this into law.
Hopefully we'll get to digital notice.
That's right. And let's take a photo. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Okay. Be up next again as well. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Oh, this is Representative Mendoza, and this is the Heritage Orchard Program, House Bill 2525. Come on up. You've got kids here, is that right?
Yes.
I want to meet your kids. Awesome.
How are you, Governor?
Good to see you. Yeah,
Good to
yeah.
see you. Yes, this is Kyvan.
Hey, nice to meet you. How old are you? 14. 14, awesome. Hey, I'm Bob. How old are you? 15. Hi. I'm Bob. And how old are you?
17.
14, 15, and 17. Okay, well, I'm going to have you come right to my right if that's okay. Yeah, if that's okay.
Go that way.
Yep.
You guys can be on this.
14, 15, and 17.
Yes,
You're busy.
pretty close.
You're busy. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah, it's a busy time.
No kidding. Awesome. Good to see you. Our next bill is House Bill.
Come up.
That's okay. Yep. Oh, the hat.
Can I have Senator King? Senator King?
Senator King,
Senator King.
come on up. We're asking
Come
it.
up here?
We want you up for this one. Yes. So this next bill is House Bill 2525. Washington State leads the nation in apple production, accounting for more than 60% of the nation's apples. That legacy was built by our state's apple industry and generations of farm workers. House Bill 2525 honors that legacy by creating a heritage orchard program managed by Washington State University. The program will maintain a registry of orchards with at least with at least 5 apple trees that are more than 74 years old. It will also maintain a list of rare and lost apple varieties. This bill received, not surprisingly, overwhelming bipartisan support. We so appreciate the work of everybody who works in this area of our state, which is so important for our economy and for jobs. A special thank you, of course, to the prime sponsor, and that, of course, is Representative Gloria Mendoza. And one thing I'll say before I sign this bill, this is her first legislation being signed into law, so give her a huge round of applause. And congratulations, really, congratulations, yeah. And she's joined by her family, and so it's an honor to have all of you here as well. Let's take a photo. Thanks so much. Congratulations. Yeah. Thanks, you guys. Yeah, appreciate it. Nice to meet you. Yeah, thanks. And our next bill is House Bill 1210, sponsored by Representative Stephanie Barnard.
Everyone that voted for
That's right. And let's see if you can balance. Let's balance it out. If you guys can take this side, would be great. Congratulations, by the way. Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, thanks everybody so much. Okay. This is House Bill 1210. Washington State is a national leader on climate policy, but we are dead last among the 50 states in renewable energy growth, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. We can certainly do better, and everyone here is devoted to that effort. House Bill 1210 encourages clean energy businesses by modifying an existing property tax exemption program to give clean energy projects more time to complete construction. This provides local governments with more flexibility to apply the local property tax exemption to attract investment from the clean energy industry and create more family wage jobs. We so appreciate the hard work of everybody on this legislation, the folks who are here today, and especially, of course, the prime sponsor, and that is State Representative Stephanie Barnard for her leadership. Please give her a round of applause. Yeah, right. How many years?
3 years. We've been trying to get this passed.
3 years. And so for those who may not be as familiar with the legislative process, 3 years is probably actually pretty good, actually, to get something done. It takes a lot of work. It's just, you have thousands of proposed bills, only a few hundred get across, and there's a lot of hurdles. So, so you did, thanks, sir, for sticking with it year after year. And let's take a photo, everybody.
Say advanced nuclear.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Yeah, appreciate it. Yep, I've got it. Yep. Thank you for asking, but I am organized on that one. Okay. Our next bill, Senator Warnick, is Senate Bill 6132. So this is a Senator Warnick bill. And I'm going to ask all of our colleagues to join us for this one, for reasons I'll become clear soon. So if you're a legislator, please come on up. And welcome anyone else who's worked with the senator. Yeah, please.
From the port.
Wonderful. Come on in close, Tom, yeah. A lot of port officials, which is great. So we're joined by a number of port leaders, which we appreciate their service. All right. So this is Senate Bill 6132. From airports to agriculture, transportation facilities to industrial parks, ports in Washington State help develop economic opportunities in their communities and really for our entire state. Senate Bill 6132 authorizes a narrow modification to port district indebtedness limits for certain inland ports that have established a tax increment financing area. Specifically, this bill is narrowly tailored to help the Port of Moses Lake finance a long-term planned rail infrastructure project by providing an alternative way to access the needed funding. I want to thank everybody who serves in this important area with our ports, creating jobs and opportunities for many Washingtonians. We really appreciate the prime sponsor of this legislation, that is State Senator Judy Warnick, for her leadership. We had a chance earlier to recognize a legislator for her first bill in her time, right, in the state legislature. This is a really special occasion. It's really an honor to be here because Senator Warnick has served in our state legislature for 20 years, I believe, and this will be her final bill in those many years of service. So it's truly an honor for someone who served her community so well. Everyone I talk to, I'm new as a governor, relatively speaking, but you talk to other folks about people in Olympia, and without exception, whenever anyone talks about you, Senator, it's always truly with great respect. So please give her a huge round of applause as I signed it. Say a few words, yeah.
Okay.
I'm putting her on the spot.
Yeah, he did. He put me on the spot, and it has been an honor to serve District 13. When I was first elected, this was a cow pasture. I represented Terrace Heights. That building over there was brand new, and I got to come and meet my constituents there, and there was one building for the Pacific Northwest University. So amazing how much that's grown in 20 years, and I'm proud to see that happen and proud to have represented the district for as long as I have. So thank you very much, Governor.
And just one more thing before we take a photograph is there's many great things about being governor. One thing is we have something called the Washingtonian of the Day. I'm not sure how long this tradition, she knows where I'm going now. I'm not sure how long this tradition's been around, but the criteria for the Washingtonian of the Day, which is chosen by the governor, is just whoever the governor decides should be the Washingtonian of the Day. That's the criteria. But more seriously, obviously it's somebody who we feel serves the state in an exceptional way. And so, I thought today, Senator, no more appropriate person truly to receive Washington of the Day than the Senator. Please give her another round of applause. Yeah.
Thank you.
And let's all take a photo. You're going to hold this one up. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Right? All right.
And right up here. 1, 2, and 3.
Thanks so much, Senator.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Of course. No, thank you. Yeah, really appreciate it. Yeah. Financial aid. And the next bill is Senator Benke bill, Senator Benke's not here. He's unfortunately has another obligation, but anyone who's involved on this legislation, which involves students, financial aid. I love it.
Senator Benke.
I love it. This is great, right?
I have his name tag from the office.
That would be great. So I was actually earlier today, after being there for the inauguration for the president, I went to Davis High School with my team to chat with students about student financial aid that the state provides in a very generous fashion. And this bill actually touches on a key component of that, which I'll get to in a moment. So figuring out how to pay for college or post-high school training is among the top barriers for students looking to continue their education and careers after high school. I'm really proud that Washington State, over many years of legislative leadership, has one of the most generous, if not the most generous, financial aid programs in the country for kids who want to go to college or get training, get apprenticeship training, workforce training. And want to be clear, by being generous, it's not a loan like for literally almost half of Washington families. If you want to go to college at one of our public institutions, it's paid for. Your tuition's covered for thousands and thousands of Washington families. The challenge is that, as generous as we are, the challenge is you have to fill out a form to unlock that financial aid. And for reasons that kind of escape all of us, Washington State literally ranks a year ago we ranked 47th or 48th in the country for having students and families complete this form that allows you to access that financial aid. So this means that students are leaving literally free money on the table that they could use to pay for college, job training, or apprenticeships. And this has been a priority of mine as governor, is to try and improve our completion rate, which is why I was at Davis High School earlier today. Senate Bill 5841 tackles this issue. Specifically, the bill integrates financial aid application data into Washington's Universal High School and Beyond Plan platform. This allows students, families, and authorized school staff to easily see whether a student has started or completed the form. It's called the FAFSA form. The Washington Application for State Financial Aid is the WAFSA version. So two forms, a state one and a national one. The bill also helps students gather information about scholarships, like the College Bound Scholarship and the Washington State Opportunity Scholarships. Students, I think we can all agree, should not miss out on financial aid because the process is confusing or difficult to track, or because they simply didn't hear about it. So in short, this bill makes it easier for students and families to see where they are in the process and what still needs to be done. It takes a lot of folks to get a bill like this passed. We so appreciate all of our many different partners across state government and in the schools who make this possible. A special thank you, of course, to the prime sponsor, Senator Matt Benke, who unfortunately can't be here, but really appreciate his leadership on this really important legislation. He's been a champion on this for quite some time, and looking forward to talking with him and other folks who have ideas for next year, as my team knows about other bills we can do to try and do even better around this. So it's really my honor to sign this legislation law, and let's give the Senator a round of applause while we sign it. Awesome. Let's take a photograph, everybody. Wonderful. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Well,
So that's his pen, and that's for you. Yeah, you can take all that. You can take all of that. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Our next bill is an important bill. This is Senate Bill 6066, the crash prevention zones. So I know we have Senator Torres and Representative Clicker, who I believe is the companion, and anyone else who's involved in this legislation. I know it's been a number of folks. Wonderful. Thank you, sir, for being here. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Thanks again. Yep,
I'm going to stand right behind
there
you.
we go.
I bet I can do that.
yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
He needs to stand beside you.
I'm tall.
We have the same between us.
I love it. Senate Bill 6066 allows state and local governments to designate crash prevention zones on roads with high rates of serious injury or fatal crashes. Within these zones, agencies can implement safety improvements to reduce dangerous conditions. This bill also directs revenue generated from traffic violations within these zones to be reinvested directly into safety improvements along those corridors. Ultimately, this bill provides a targeted, data-driven tool to help make our roads safer and reduce traffic fatalities. A lot of folks have worked hard in this legislation, and I know that a lot of it grew up this particular community and a stretch of highway that resulted, I think, over a 10-year period with about a dozen fatalities, of course, and many injuries. And, anything we can do to prevent that in the future is why legislators do the work that they do, right? Listening to their constituents and trying to solve a big problem. We appreciate those who are here who have been impacted by, by those tragedies, which is, as a parent, is hard to imagine. The bill is called, as I understand it, Perry's bill. Is that right? Yes. And so it's really an honor to recognize Perry and to sign this legislation into law. The prime sponsor of this legislation, if I did not mention it, I'll say it again in case I did, but you never say it too many times, is State Senator Nikki Torres, and the companion sponsor is Representative Mark Clicker, who are both here today. Please give them a round of applause for their hard work on this legislation. Thank you so much. And let's all take a photo. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you again. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Do we have two more? Yep. Two more. Okay, second last. Okay. We have two more bills. This next bill is a Senator Curtis King bill. So, Senator, there you are. Come on up. And this is Senate Bill 61994. And thank you very much. If you're connected to this, wonderful. Thanks again. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
There we go.
All right. So rural hospitals are, of course, having a challenging time, not here in Washington State, but really all across the country. And that's been especially challenging for the Astria-Toppenish Hospital, which is Washington's only hospital, as I understand it, on a federally recognized Indian reservation.
Correct.
Senate Bill 6194 directs the state health care authority to reimburse certain Medicaid services for any rural hospital that is located on a federally recognized Indian reservation at 150% of the allowable rates. This will allow Astria-Toppenish to continue to provide critical health services to Washingtonians, which is an appropriate bill to be discussing here on this particular campus. We appreciate everybody who works in this industry. We especially appreciate the leadership of the prime sponsor of this legislation. That, of course, is State Senator Curtis King. I always appreciate his really thoughtful leadership. Anyone who knows him knows that's his approach, and he always brings me some treats before the legislative session every year to my office, which I look forward to. My team prioritizes that meeting.
Not as dumb as I look.
He knows, but to give him a round of applause as I sign this into law. You bet. And let's take a photo.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I think we have one more bill. Is that right? Awesome. Senator, don't go too far away. Our next bill is Senate Bill 6170 regarding highway construction.
Oh, good. I wanted Travis to come.
Wonderful.
He's the one that talked me into this.
Is that true?
That's true.
You're responsible for this? Is that right? I see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Okay, so I understand Travis is ultimately responsible for this, but we acknowledge the senator had a little bit to do with it as well, right? Construction costs rise every year, and state statutes that govern construction projects must keep pace. Senate Bill 6170 updates contracting cost limits that streamline how small projects get done. These thresholds have not been updated in over 2 decades. This allows the Washington State Department of Transportation to complete small highway repairs faster using their own crews. It improves emergency responses so crews can act quickly when there's damage that threatens driver safety. And it expands opportunities for small businesses and veteran, minority, and women contractors to compete for state contracts. This bill received overwhelming bipartisan support, and we appreciate the hard work of the prime sponsor of this legislation, State Senator Curtis King, and give him a round of applause as I sign this into law. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And a shout out to Travis. Let's all take a photo. Awesome. Thanks so much, you guys. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I think that concludes our bills. So just to wrap, feel free to take your time. We'll be hanging out here a little bit before I get back home. And we just want to say how much I appreciate people. You're all extremely busy people, and to all take time to be here is something I deeply appreciate. And I know that. I think there are obviously things that divide us as elected officials. Of course, that's natural. That's the way the system works. But I always do appreciate when we can come together because really, I know that most of the work that goes on in Olympia is what you just saw today, right? It's just legislators working across the aisle, advocates working together to just try and get good things done for the people of the state. Whatever that project is, making our roads safer, trying to improve our systems for dealing with fires, whatever that system is, most of that stuff is just worked in a bipartisan way. And I recognize that tends not to end up on the front page of the newspaper, right, or on your 5 o'clock news. I get that, and you all get that. But I just think part of the reason why I want to come over here is to try and highlight that as best we can, because I think it's important, and I just so appreciate all the legislators here who have been so kind to me as a governor and deliver me apples on occasion to start off the session, which I appreciate. But it's a real honor to work with all of them. They serve all of you extremely well, so it's a real honor to work with all of them. Thank you so much, everybody, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate it. Hey, thanks again. Thank you. Yeah. I want you to meet the mayor. Yeah.